Now stop whatever it is you're doing. I am serious. George Hook writes erotic fiction. I'm not joking. The News Talk presenter has revealed it's his dream to write erotic fiction and has in fact already written an erotic novel. Now, unfortunately, it was rejected by the publisher. And joining us on the line now to talk about it is our very own Gilly Coper. It is the man himself, Mr. George Hook. George, thank you very much for joining us today on the show.
Good morning.
I have to say, I was kind of surprised when I found out Alan Shatter writes dirty books, but you took me by complete surprise. I'm actually practically speechless.
Well, I absolutely quarrel with the title Dirty Book. This plan goes back a long way, and I wrote an outline of a book which started with a rape sequence in Warsaw during World War II. A young Polish girl in the SS and so on, brought us the publishers rejected out of hand. So anyway, I didn't want to lose it. So everybody's asking me, what am I going to do when I stop on the radio? The answer is, I'm going to write. I'm about a third of the way through this book. Now, what prompted me to do it was 50 Shades of Grey was undoubtedly the worst grammatical written book in the history of writing. It was written, obviously, by a transition year student in his spare time, and it was awful. So therefore, the Hook's book will be written in pristine English, will be grammatically correct, point one. And then point two, the plot. I'm going to give the plot away. It's the story of a fat, old, balding, impotent broadcaster who can't do it anymore. And then he looks back on his life as a stud.
Well,
so
it's autobiographical then. So all the interesting passages in this, will it be your own experience?
Hey, hold on now, lest we get carried away. This is autobiographical fiction. So you have to guess which is the fiction and which is the fact. And I'm obviously not telling you which is which. But it's so it's not dirty, but it's
erotic.
It's erotic, yeah.
Today in the papers now that you've kind of been rejected by the publisher thus far. Are you going to publish it yourself then online?
No, the publisher only rejected my first one. I think there will be a queue of publishers wanting to read this one because this is, apart from the fact it's really good, dare I say it. The other thing is, like, the first one really was a bit of a shot in the dark, and I didn't write a novel, I wrote an outline, and it was slightly tongue-in-cheek, whereas this one I've taken very seriously. I've researched this very carefully. I expect to have it finished by the October, November this year, and then just the way books are done by the time the editor gets it, I suspect this book might have to go to a few solicitors before it's published.
Oh my God, I am telling you, I say the back orders for this will be through the roof. George, thank you very, very much for joining us on Midday today. And I have to say, it's probably the first book I've really, really, really looked forward to since the last Harry Potter one. How sad is that? Anyway, thanks a million, George. Talk to you again.